Aviation accidents are rare, but when they do happen, they often leave a lasting impact. From moments of sudden terror to catastrophic crashes, some of these events have been caught on camera, showing the shocking final moments of planes that tragically fell from the sky. Today, we're counting down the 5 most terrifying plane crashes caught on camera, each one a chilling reminder of the risks involved in air travel and the brave efforts made by the pilots and emergency responders. Number 1. TransAsia Airways Flight 235, 2015. In February 2015, TransAsia Airways Flight 235, an ATR-72 aircraft, took off from Taipei's Songshan Airport, bound for Kinmen. Shortly after takeoff, disaster struck. The plane's left engine failed, and the crew mistakenly shut down the right engine, leaving the aircraft powerless. Within moments, the plane veered sharply to the left and lost altitude. A dashcam from a passing vehicle captured the harrowing moment when the aircraft clipped a bridge before crashing into the Kinmen River. The footage shows the plane's wing narrowly missing a high-rise building before striking a taxi on the highway. Out of the 58 people on board, only 15 survived. The video of the crash became one of the most viewed aviation accident videos of all time, shocking viewers with the terrifying close call with the bridge and the tragic outcome. The footage continues to haunt aviation enthusiasts and professionals alike, serving as a reminder of how a series of missteps can lead to disaster. Number 2. Asiana Airlines Flight 214, 2013. On July 6, 2013, Asiana Airlines Flight 214, a Boeing 777, was on its final approach to San Francisco International Airport after a long flight from Seoul, South Korea. However, the plane was coming in too low and too slow. The pilots, unfamiliar with the intricacies of landing at the specific airport, failed to react in time. As the aircraft approached the runway, it struck the seawall at the edge of the airfield. The tail section of the Boeing 777 broke off on impact, and the fuselage spun out of control before coming to rest on the runway. The crash was captured by airport security cameras, showing the exact moment when the plane's tail hit the ground and the plane lost control. Miraculously, out of the 307 people on board, 304 survived. However, 3 passengers lost their lives and dozens more were seriously injured. The video footage of the crash was widely circulated, and the harrowing images of the wreckage serve as a chilling reminder of how quickly a flight can turn tragic in its final moments. Number 3. United Airlines Flight 232, 1989. United Airlines Flight 232 was a DC-10 flying from Denver to Chicago on July 19, 1989. About an hour into the flight, the plane suffered a catastrophic engine failure. A fan disc in the rear engine broke apart, severing the aircraft's hydraulic systems. With no hydraulic power, the crew lost the ability to steer and control the plane. Despite this, Captain Al Haynes and his crew performed a near miracle. They used the remaining thrust from the 2 working engines to maneuver the aircraft as best they could. Their goal was to land at Sioux Gateway Airport in Sioux City, Iowa, knowing that the odds were against them. Amateur footage captured by a bystander at the airport showed the plane's desperate attempt to land. The aircraft came in at a steep angle, its right wing touching the ground first. The plane cartwheeled down the runway in a fiery explosion. The footage is terrifying to watch as the plane disintegrates on impact. Amazingly, 184 of the 296 people on board survived. The crew's heroic efforts were praised worldwide, and the footage of the crash landing became a powerful testament to the crew's skill and determination. Even though it ended in tragedy, the survival of so many passengers is considered one of aviation's most miraculous outcomes. Number 4. Atlas Air Flight 3591, 2019. In February 2019, Atlas Air Flight 3591, a cargo plane operating for Amazon Prime Air, was on its final approach to George Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston, Texas, when disaster struck. The Boeing 767-300 entered a nosedive and crashed into Trinity Bay, killing all 3 people on board. Dashcam footage from a passing vehicle captured the horrifying moment when the plane descended at a steep angle and impacted the water with devastating force. The footage shows the plane's rapid and uncontrollable descent, which ended with a huge splash as the aircraft hit the water. The cause of the crash was later determined to be pilot error, with the first officer mistakenly thinking the plane was stalling and pushing the aircraft into a nosedive. The footage of the crash is particularly haunting because of how quickly the situation deteriorated. The sudden loss of control and the rapid descent are stark reminders of how swiftly things can go wrong in aviation. Number 5. Air France Flight 4590 Concorde Disaster, 2000. The crash of Air France Flight 4590 is one of the most well-known aviation disasters involving the supersonic Concorde. On July 25, 2000, the Concorde was taking off from Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris, bound for New York City, when it hit a piece of metal debris on the runway. The debris punctured one of the tires, sending fragments into the aircraft's fuel tank, which led to a fire and engine failure. Footage of the takeoff captured by a bystander shows flames trailing from the left wing as the Concorde struggles to gain altitude. Moments later, the plane crashed into a hotel near the airport, killing all 109 passengers and crew on board, as well as 4 people on the ground. The footage of the burning plane, barely able to leave the ground, is one of the most shocking and heartbreaking scenes in aviation history. The Concorde disaster marked the beginning of the end for supersonic commercial flights and remains a sobering example of how a small piece of debris can lead to catastrophic failure. These 5 terrifying plane crashes, all captured on camera, offer a haunting look at the fragility of flight and the devastating consequences when things go wrong. While each crash has its unique circumstances, they all share a common theme. The raw power of these tragedies caught on film serves as a chilling reminder of the dangers of air travel. From moments of human error to mechanical failures and unforeseen circumstances, these incidents will forever be remembered in aviation history. If you found this video both gripping and sobering, make sure to subscribe for more content on the world's most shocking and fascinating stories. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.